New Orleans Saints agreed to a one-year deal with former Steelers linebacker Anthony Chickillo. Agent Drew Rosenhaus told ESPN's Adam Schefter on Thursday, Chickillo has primarily been a special team standout while also starting 9 games in his 5-year career. He had 97 tackles and 7.5 sacks over that time span. Last night, New Orleans Saints head coach Sean Payton stopped on IG Live with Kay Adams on the NFL Network, a part of the NFL's Instagram, and was talking about a lot of stuff, including texting Tom Brady about joining the Tampa Bay Bucks.
I was proud of the Tampa Bay Parks Department for kicking Tom out of the recreational field.
Are you sure you didn't make that phone call, Coach?
Well, listen, I've got it on speed dial. Yeah, Tampa week 1 though, and we want to quiet the cannons. That's what I text Tom. I said hashtag keep the cannons quiet. We've known each other for years.
What does he write back to that when you send him that?
Oh, he laughs. He says, "You guys are the favorite. We're the underdogs." Blah blah blah.
I do kind of like that a little bit at the end, because to me that is kind of a scary proposition, right? Somebody like Tom Brady who has no trouble finding motivation, right? Same way Michael Jordan did. Well, now he gets to adopt that persona of the underdog, right? He goes from being the Lakers where they were like, oh,
with Bruce
Lakers.
Arians.
Well, yeah, I guess Lakers actually applies there. But yeah, he goes from being the Pats, right? Where it's like, okay, you're the bad guy. You're the big bad. You're always supposed to win. Now he gets to have that chip where it's like, everybody doubts us. Nobody thinks I can get it done. We're going to find, everybody wants to see if it's Belichick that made me. So he's going to be very highly motivated. As far as Sean Payton goes, I mean, his offseason, you are seeing a man who is truly comfortable in his job security, in his skin, in his team, where he's at in life, and he's just letting it all hang out there. He's been killing it online.
So comfortable to stop by off the bench?
No, I mean, let's not get crazy.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg stopped by the Saints
Zoom meeting.
Sean?
You want to come on Facebook Live instead of Instagram Live?
Here's Payton speaking about some special guests through the New Orleans Saints Zoom meetings.
So Snoop came on our WebEx meeting
Snoop
today.
D-O-double-G came on your Zoom?
Yeah, that West Coast Snoop was on our Zoom, and he was a special guest. He was outstanding. You know, he spoke a lot about just the difference between an athlete and an entertainer, and understanding the athlete's role relative to a league, to a bigger picture, to a team. It's just funny when a recognizable figure like that joins the discussion, and you're just like, whoa. But I did happen to notice.
It's really funny to think that, like, I thought if you're having Snoop on, it's just like a shout out thing, right? It's like, yo, what's up, yo? Oh, we got Snoop in the Zoom. Like, oh, that's cool. But no, it sounds like Snoop came in there and basically gave like a TED talk on organizational structure and your piece in the larger machine. I would be fascinated to hear Snoop's insights on these matters.
Payton also gave insight to his new sponsor. Payton is the first coach to be sponsored by the Jordan brand. He announced it last night.
Mike Thomas is one of our Jordan brand representatives. He wears a size 13, which is the same size shoe that I wear.
Oh, that must be nice.
Yeah, so we've always kind of had a little deal. You know, if he gets a good touchdown pass or a good play in the red zone, the next week there'll be a pair of 13 Jordans. And we just have fun with this. Michael just built a course down in Florida, and I had a chance to tour it. And he was just finishing around, and I'd never met him. He said, "I'm going to make you my first Jordan coach." And I was kind of like, huh? And sure enough, 2 weeks later, I get this email, and so it's Jumpman right now.
Wow. Sean Payton. Who's got more drip? Dabo Sweeney or Sean Payton? Man, that's pretty awesome, though. I love that. Yeah, I think it's very appropriate for the Jumpman brand. And after watching all this Last Dance stuff, how appropriate is Mike Thomas for the Jumpman brand, right? Like, I feel like they can almost be more discerning and exclusive now. Jordan can, even more so than before, where you have to just be that obsessive, insane competitor to get the brand.
Mike Triplett's got a great story at ESPN.com. If you follow Triplett on Twitter, you can find it there. If not, log on to ESPN.com to the Saints home site, where they talk about the similarities in the way that Mike Thomas is wired.
Yeah.
Very similar. Very similarly to Michael Jordan. Not only is he a Jordan brand representative, But when you talk about the competitiveness and the competitor in Thomas, very similar.
Well, I mean,
to
that's
Michael
the only
Jordan.
way. I think that's the only way that what we keep harping on, that you get paid and then break the NFL all-time records. Because your motivation is so much more internalized and so much more beyond what, like for somebody like me, if I get that contract, I'm probably chilling just a little bit. Sad truth is I'm probably chilling a little bit extra in the offseason, which is why I'll never get that contract.
Probably to most probably on your board. LSU football issued new numbers to incoming freshmen yesterday. We've got them posted if you're watching online at 1045ESPN.com or on Facebook Live. Some of the standouts, though, Eric Gilbert going to wear number 2 at tight end. Elias Ricks, the number 1 cornerback in the country, going to wear number 1. One of the top offensive tackles in the country, and Marcus Dumerville going to wear 74 for the Tigers, and Jaquelin Roy, standout defensive tackle from University High right here in Baton Rouge, going to wear 99.
Some other ones that jumped out to me, a guy that we keep hearing about, Jordy B.J. Ujulari, who you can expect to be getting after the quarterback. I think he'll be doing that number 8. It's going to look pretty good there. Keyshawn Booty going to wear number 1 along with Elias Ricks, but on the offensive side of the ball. So has this been officially announced that Jamar Chase number 7?
Yeah.
I don't remember
They put out
that.
a video I believe it was in March, mid-March, when they announced it.
Okay. Well, I had forgotten that in our pandemic times, but shout out Jamar Chase, a more deserving 7.
Max Johnson going to wear 14 for the Tigers. Some other college football news. We'll talk to Cole Kublik coming up. His former coach, Auburn legend Pat Dye, one of the greatest college football coaches, is hospitalized in Georgia after testing positive for COVID-19. 80-year-old Dye is a college football Hall of Famer who is credited with making Auburn a powerhouse in the 80s, winning 4 SEC titles and racking up a 99, 39, and 4 record from 81 to 92. He famously coached Bo Jackson during his Heisman Trophy season in 1985. Dye was inducted into the Hall of Fame back in 2005, the same year that the field at Jordan-Hare Stadium was named after him.
There's a good line of questioning for Cole beyond Peloton rides, what Pat Dye means to Auburn and everything there. But yeah, we hope that Coach Dye recovers from this for sure.
Shout out to Strip Chat, an adult website company, announced in an email to Yahoo a $15 million bid Thursday for the naming rights to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, home of the New Orleans Saints. It came after the Saints said that Mercedes-Benz will not renew the contract with the team.
Yeah, great play by Strip Chat here for a couple of reasons. First off, I believe this was their own PR memo that's been making the rounds, right? Like this was their own release. If you know that $15 million is not going to win that bid.
Not going to even sniff it.
Not only that, I don't think there's any proof that they actually have $15 million to offer, right? Like, could we do a press release where Off the Bench wants to offer $20 million for the naming rights, and then we get a little run? So, like, had you ever heard of Strip Chat before?
Nope.
Danny, had you ever, right? I mean, Sammy? No, none of us had, right? So now we all know about the Strip Chat Superdome. Great job. Great marketing play by Strip Chat.
Got my membership this morning.